Long, long ago, once in a jungle, I was crying a lot. And it was because I was cutting two big onions. And then one of a sudden in front of me stood this old Chinese wise man. And he told me the science behind why we cry when we cut an onion. These Chinese know everything. He said that there is a chemical inside the onion. I don't know how it is called. Maybe I will ask my Siri how it is called. Siri, hello. Hello. Why do we cry when we cut an onion? This is the question. Tell me.
Here's a summary from Library of Congress. Onions produce the chemical irritant known as syn-propanethyl S-oxide. It stimulates the eye's lacrimal glands so they release tears. Lacrimatory factor synthase is released into the air when we cut an onion.
Such a long name. These scientists don't have proper English like doctors. They should learn English. Let us call it simply a chemical in the onion. So today all the knowledge that I got from that old Chinese wise man, I am going to put it into practice and I will demonstrate it and share it with you. And also you can share it with other friends who cry while they cut onions. But only if it becomes successful. Otherwise, everybody will see that I am crying while cutting onions. So now I will cut the onions. When you cut an onion, the chemical inside the onion mixes with the enzymes and with the temperature turns into a gas. When this gas reaches your eyes, it mixes with the water inside your eyes and turns into sulfuric acid, and that will burn your eyes. Then your brain thinks that he is smart, so he sends tears to dilute the foreign entity inside your eyes. But what happens when the brain sends more tears in your eyes? It gets involved in more gas, so it produces even more sulfuric acid and you cry even more. There are some simple ways where you can avoid this gas reaching your eyes, and most of you may be knowing it. Like you can put a ventilator so that the gas flies somewhere else, or you can wear glasses so it creates an obstacle, or you can put the onion in a freeze for maybe 15-20 minutes. What happens when you put the onion in the freeze for 15-20 minutes? The temperature of the chemical goes down. So when you cut the onion, it will take that chemical some time to come to the room temperature and evaporate in the air. But then why a chef who doesn't wear glasses and doesn't put a ventilator cuts the onion whole day and also doesn't cry? How? It is because a chef uses a professional chef knife which is extremely sharp. It slices the onion without much dispersing the chemical inside it. It is that simple. Where we, with a camping knife or even a home knife, it is not that sharp. So we are not actually slicing the onion like the chef, but we are breaking the surface of the onion. So because you are breaking the cells of the onion, instead of slicing it, more chemical is dispersed into the air. But it is not practical to bring a chef's knife to bicycle touring or backpacking trip, and many people can't also afford because it is very expensive. This is not mine. I bought it for my friend just for the demonstration. I have to return it to him this evening because he has to cook in the night. Most of us are carrying the solution inside their bags, and that is a Japanese knife made in China. I am going to use this knife only for the demonstration purpose, and after I demonstrate, I will also explain why not to use this knife. To really check the experiment, I will remove my sunglasses, and I will also cut 2 onions instead of 1. So I want more gases to disperse in the air, so to check if I really cry or not. I will show it in fast forward, otherwise it will take this video very long time. I will also put my face close to the onion just for the sake of the experiment. You see, I have cut so much of onion and the experiment has been successful. I have no tears in my eyes. I will do even more. I am holding this right near to my eyes and my nose, and if there was a gas now dispersing from here, could have gone inside my eyes and I should have got tears. But because the onions were chopped with a very sharp blade, it didn't break its cells, so the chemical didn't disperse in the air. That is why it is not coming into my eyes. You see, I am talking you for so long and it is so near my eyes and there is nothing happening to my eyes. Now I will explain you also why not to use the Japanese knife made in China, but there is another solution. I can do like this, I can do like this. You see, nothing is happening to my eyes. I am not crying, not a tear, nothing. I am very thankful to this Chinese wise man. He always gives me some knowledge and it is extremely useful, especially when I cook outdoors. I really can't believe that there is not a single tear in my eyes. I used this Japanese knife made in China just for the sake of experiment, but it should be never used during cooking, especially in outdoor cooking when your brain is surrounded with many other thoughts, because it is not having one straight blade, it is joined with some other pieces of blade. When you are cutting, a piece might disengage from the blade and fall inside your food, and you will not know because the other part looks as if it was new and nothing has fallen out. It is also difficult to clean it because this blade goes inside, but that is a secondary problem. Never use it for cooking. I have another solution. A utility knife, which is also lightweight. This utility knife is actually sharp, but it is not sharp enough like a chef knife because it cuts the fish or the mutton pieces from the bone where the meat is stuck to the bone. So it doesn't actually cut it, but it separates it. What you can do, take such a knife and get it sharpened in a shop. Then it will act like a Japanese knife and not made in China. Now what I'm going to do with all this onion, so much onion I have cut, I don't know what to do.